Greetings, petrolheads. My name is the Tom. You're on my gaming channel, and today I'm playing some more Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, and we're gonna be restoring another car today, and it's this one, the Bolt Reptilia. I have bought the body parts already, just right now before recording. So what we're gonna do here is just, throw away the old parts. Doesn't have the bumper anymore? Yeah, there's no bumper. Does not have a trunk either because it's a convertible. And I just said that very weirdly. Yeah, there we go. So now let's sell these old parts and move this guy to the lifter. Oh, actually what I haven't done yet is buy rims, or did I? I did not. So what rims do we want? We have these on another car, don't we? Fuck it, let's buy them again. There we go. So first of all, I think we deal with the engine, because this is gonna be the most work, I imagine. Well, I'm pretty sure, actually, to be totally honest. And last time I said, oh, was it last time, or was it the time before? Anyway, I said I'd love to try and work on an inline 6 car, but those apparently are only available as DLCs, which I'll have to check into that. If it costs money, I might consider buying it, depending on how much it is. If it's free, then obviously I'm gonna download it, because I want, more variety, if you will. Alrighty, so let's get right into this engine head thingy here with the push rods. This is always a little bit cumbersome with a push rod V8, but it's gotta be done. Let's do the same thing on the other side, so we can have a little bit better of an overview later in our inventory. I mean, we're gonna replace everything anyway, so let's, not worry about that. Gonna buy all the new parts and sell all the old ones. Good. So this car, I'll have to, I think I already know what color I want to paint it in at the end, but yeah, sure, we're gonna worry about that later. First of all, we gotta do our due diligence here with the engine. Come on. This water pump is massive on the pushrod V8. I mean, it needs it for the cooling, but still. Alright, there we are. Can we take out the pistons yet? No, we cannot. So let's drive it up. Get this thing in here. Where is the... There it is. Alright, there wasn't much oil, but what was in it was good. Just judging by the color of it, obviously. Take this out. Yeah, bearing caps. We are then going to remove the exhausts. As well as the drive shaft and everything related to the gearbox. Because I like to do those, you know, all together in one part. We have to go back to the engine bay anyway, which is when we're gonna take care of the battery as well, and the brake servo, you know, all those things. You cannot take out the crank yet, so there's the switch. Press the button. This out. Then we're gonna have to lift it up again to take out the crank and then let it down again in order to take out the engine block, and then we're gonna buy the spare parts. There we are. I think this... Yeah, there's nothing else that we can access from the engine bay. So, already. So we need a round air filter with one carb, then the base and the cover. There is that. Then we need a carburetor full barrel. There is that. Then we need the intake for one carb. Ignition wires. No, wait, let's type. Because we need not only the wires, we also need... Wait. This, and this. And then clip B twice. Engine head cover A and B for the pushrod V8. Then 16 rocker arms, 16 pushrod valves. Ten, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. That's 16. Okay, let's sell. Let's sell all of these. Alright, then 2 exhaust manifolds, 8 spark plugs. These ones. We don't really have much choice here. And we need the heads. Engine head V8 overhead valve. There we go. Then the fuel filter. Well, we might as well buy a fuel tank and a fuel pump as well. I'm gonna replace those anyway. Need the radiator and the radiator fan. There's only 2 belts on this thing. 8 OHV. There it is. Then we need an alternator. That's the same for all engines, which is a little bit unrealistic, but you know. So is the water pump pulley. Water pump pulley and the pump itself. Crankshaft pulley. We might as well buy the crank itself and the 3 bearing caps. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and get this out of here. Power steering pump. Timing cover and timing chain. Need the cam gear, the cam shaft. The oil pan, the oil filter. And then obviously put some new oil in there at the end. Oil filter, oil pan. Everything for the exhaust. V8 OHV. Wait, does this have middle mufflers and rear mufflers? It doesn't have a cat. So then the drive shaft. Oh, the starter. Don't forget about the starter. Drive shaft is in here as well, I remember that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Then the brake servo, which is actually in here, I think. Yes. Then the battery. Then 8 pistons. And an engine block. So But we can do this already? Damn. Alrighty then. We cannot put the pistons in yet. No, we cannot. So. The front suspension, cross member and the steering rack are actually in the way here. Also get this sorted out. Actually, people who keep telling me, "Oh, Tom, you can actually use the workbench to repair parts," and I know that, and I'm actually doing that. Or let's say, I've tried that off camera with, you know, just standard jobs because I want my own cars to be 100% everywhere, and it would be really annoying to get all the parts to 100% with just repairing them. Anyway, what happened is the parts were obviously not at 100% condition, and I know you can repair them again, but that's just getting ridiculous at that point. And then obviously, because you didn't buy the new parts, you're getting less payout at the end when you finish the job. So in the end, I think it's worth buying the parts and replacing the old parts with new ones when it comes to, you know, finances. Because I do think you make more money that way, strangely enough. So let's finish this side first, because we're here. So there's that. Then put all the push rods in. Don't forget about the rocker arms. That's the annoying part about building a pushrod V8 back together, is this whole thing with the individual pushrods and rocker arms, but it's fine actually. So there is that. Then we are going to put the engine head cover on there. And this side is basically finished. So now let's get over to this side. Look at how beautiful everything looks now. Like everything engine related, at least. The rusty suspension and all that does not look beautiful at all. So time to get the engine and cover on here as well, and then we're gonna be fiddling with the intake. Well, not really fiddling, but you know, you get the idea. Just putting that back on, then carburetor, then the air filter, and then that's basically it with the engine. Aside from the bottom part, the oil pan, the oil. I think we've already fitted the oil filter though. So let's lift this thing up and just bolt this on here, and then I'm gonna pause this for a second. And I'm back. I'm sorry for pausing there for no apparent reason, but there was some pretty loud conversation going on in the room next to me, and you know, well, it appears to be fine now. So there's this and this. We have anything else? No. So let's now get to the suspension by taking off the rims first. The brakes, obviously, they need a change. They're old and rusty and all. These wheel hubs are still kind of okay, but you know, they need to go. Okay. This one, and that thing, and then we should be done with this side altogether. So let's go to the other side and do the same process all over again. This one. And we can also take out the front sway bar in the steering rack. The rubber bushing here, then the one here, then this, and then this. So now let's sell all of the parts. Like, start with the rims, because we do not need those anymore. We got new ones. Brake caliper pads and ventilated discs twice. I mean, does this thing have drum brakes on the rear? Let's see quickly. It does. So let's sell this as well. We don't need it. So what do we need for the front brakes? We need 2 calipers, 2 ventilated discs, and 2 pads. For the rear, we need 2 drum brakes, 2 brake shoes, and 2 drum cylinders. So now we can sell this. Need the wheel hub cap and the front wheel hub twice each. Upper suspension arm and bottom suspension arm. There we have those. I'm actually kind of low on money again. Front shock absorber cap. 2 double wishbone shock absorbers. to front springs. If I'm not mistaken, it has leaf spring suspension on the rear, but I'm not 100% sure yet. You can obviously check that, but you know what? Let's just worry about this for now. Out an inner tie rod, then sway bar front and link. A or B? B, and then the front sway bar. This. Front steering knuckle B, steering rack. Front steering knuckle B, steering rack. Wait, 4 rubber bushings in the front suspension cross member. Front suspension cross member, the normal one. There we have it. So let's build this back together quickly. I mean, I'm not in a hurry, but you know, why take unnecessary time? Get this in here while we're at it. And the cap, all the brakes. So we're almost done with one side already, which was a little bit fast, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's get the new rims on here. I don't really know why I think almost all of them but one, maybe all of them but two, of the rims in the tuner shop are painted black. I mean, there's nothing wrong with black painted rims, but at the same time, why not offer them in, you know, standard chrome as well? I guess the standard ones are offered in the rim shop instead. Yeah, but then can you put different rims from the rim shop onto car? I don't know, because these rims count as optional parts when they're from the tuner shop, but I don't know if the ones from the rim shop also count as optional parts, because if they don't, then I think they wouldn't fit. Is there anything else? This guy. Okay, and other than that, I think we're done, aren't we? Yeah, let's move along. Solid rear drive axle. Rear knuckle housing B. Shock absorber, cap, spring, and spring cap. Yeah, and it is leaf spring suspension. We have user and bolt again. Oh, and we're gonna have to take out the dry shaft again, you know, to access the coil spring rear drive axle. So let's do that quickly. We can access this side a little bit more quickly like this. And there we have the rear suspension. That was actually super easy. So we're gonna sell all the brake stuff right away. And the rim obviously as well. So what do we need? Solid rear drive axle. Solid axle controller, we need that as well, that's right. But that one's down here. You need rear axle knuckle housing B. Knuckle housing B, there it is. Then we need rear shock absorber B. Then the cap as well. Then the rear springs and the spring caps. We need 2 leaf spring plates, 4 leaf spring U-bolts, and 1 of these. We have this as well. And that was it basically. 2 rubber bushings and we're fine. This and this. That should be all, to be honest. Let's get the drive shaft in right away. I mean, it's not really a part you can overlook, like a rubber bushing or something like that, but you know, you can still forget about it if you're silly, like me sometimes. And this was basically it already for this side. Alrighty, that was really fast. Like, this car is so simply built. And I know for some reason earlier in this series I was like, oh, I don't like working on these leaf spring kind of rear suspensions. Actually, I kind of do. It's really easy. I revise my opinion, if you will, but still the leaf spring front suspension on the Maluch is just, you know, in a category of its own, for better or for worse. And actually, I think we're basically done with this car. All we're gonna do now is fill it with oil and then repaint it and then put it in our garage. So the color I want on this car is blue. Like this, and a little bit brighter maybe, like so. There we go. Anything left in our inventory? No. Alrighty. Actually, let's move this. Let's go to the old factory test track with the Bolt Reptilia. Wait, how do I drive again in this game? With the arrow keys or with W, A, S, and D, just like I move in the garage? Let's see. Well, I mean, it shifts automatically anyway. doesn't sound that bad. Damn. Oh, that sounded bad though. This car is a little bit tricky to handle. Or is it just me not being used to driving with WASD? That could also be the case. Please. Thank you. Now I'm gonna have to repair some parts again, I imagine. Unless it doesn't get damaged on the test course. I can't imagine that, but we'll see. Is basically what I'm getting at. It didn't take any damage. It really didn't. Alrighty. So, I think we're basically done with this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, it helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.